Welcome back, everyone, to our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2. So the stage is set. We are ready for the finale, the championship race at Homestead for the Truck Championship. Let's take a quick look at the playoff grid. And the first thing you should notice is there are only 4 drivers, and we have no point cushion. Points are out the board. It is winner take all in the final race. So who are we racing? We're racing against Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, and John Hunter Nemechek. All the points are even. We have to beat those 3 guys. If we cannot beat those 3 guys, it doesn't matter if we finish second or we finish 10th. It's all about winner take all at this race, and I absolutely love that. Now, here's the interesting part of this for us. We've done a lot of things to slow ourselves down and make this more competitive. And one of the things that it's really done is it's hurt us on the 1.5 miles. And what is Homestead? Oh, that's right. It's a 1.5 miles. At our most recent 1.5 miles at Texas, we came home in 7th, and we basically had a top 5 truck. But we didn't have the speed to get up there and take the victory. So now that makes it very interesting headed into Homestead. Do we have enough speed? Because we've seen Chase Briscoe actually won the race at Texas, so we know he's got the speed at the 1.5 miles. Christopher Bell, always fast. John Hunter Nemechek, always fast and running up front. These guys are going to be up front. So a top 5 isn't going to get this done. I'm guessing we're going to have to win this race in order to win the championship. And right now, I don't have a good feeling that that's even possible. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be, I think, a blast. And I can't wait to get going. So let's head to the track. All right, folks, here we go. Green flag. And we are starting 14th. But the really interesting fact is John Hunter Nemechek is on the pole. Now, we need to get down to the bottom. We've got to get to the bottom. And the reason is we simply don't have the speed. I didn't run very many laps in practice because I wanted this to be a lot of a mystery in a lot of respects. But all right, there's Briscoe, one of our competitors, in 10th. But I could tell that I did not have the speed, the outright speed. So I'm going to have to see what I can do here. All right, I'm going to have to let it. The idea is to turn the steering wheel the least amount you can get by with. That's what I need to do. So we're fighting Briscoe, Bell, and Nemechek. And Nemechek, as I mentioned, started on the pole. You can run this place wide open. But even at wide open, I simply don't have the speed for these guys, or at least I didn't in practice. I ran probably 4, 5, maybe 6 laps. All right, let's try. Woo, Truex was right where I wanted to be right there. All right, so we're here. You see in front of us, 2 of the 4 drivers are our competitors, with Nemechek in the lead out there. All right, I'm going to run this high side with them a little bit and see what I can do. The high side would be better for me as far as outright speed. But it is not going to be better for me as far as lap time. All right, let's see if we can make at least a pass or 2 up here. I'm going to try to use this draft. All right, no, we just, wow, can't do anything with them. Fighting with Truex, and yeah, he's just got too much for me down there. All right, so I can't pass him outright. And to make matters worse, we've got a truck coming up behind us. And you can see Bell is fighting hard with Crafton to see what he can do. And I am giving it everything I've got because I'm trying to get by Truex. And in the meantime, I've got Rhodes trying to mess with me. And wow, I'm all over. Oh, this is so frustrating. And at the same time, so rewarding. Let's go back to the bottom. try to make as much headway as we can. Already tried a few laps up top, and we have nothing for him up there. I simply don't have the speed to get with him. I'm going to try to run the bottom and turn the wheel as little as possible. Again, trying to turn the wheel as little as possible. All right, let's try to draft off of Bell. 7 laps of 17 are complete. Trying to unwind that steering wheel as much as I possibly can. Oh, and we're right here. This is what it's all about, folks. This is what we're racing for. The whole year. Oh, trying to unwind that steering wheel. Keep the speed, keep the speed, keep the speed. We're right here with him. Nemechek, he's going to fight back pass. So what we now have to do is try to get through these corners as smoothly as we possibly can. Scrubbing off as little speed as possible. And then try to clear him coming off the corner. If we can slide up in front of him, maybe we can stay there. All right, we need to try to get up in front of him. Get up there. Oh. All right. Here we go. Down into the corner low. And then try to carry all the speed we can off the corner. And here they come. This is what's going to happen the entire rest of the way. Now it's Bell coming inside of us. Now we can't run the bottom. Oh, now it's Crafton coming at us. Oh my goodness. These guys are everywhere.
Inside.
Oh my goodness. Bell is there. Yep, he's got us. So now I got to start all over again. So we had the lead, and these guys are just fast. All right, trying to run in their wake as much as I can, but they're darting around the track so much. Folks, if we come away with this victory, we will have earned it. I've got to get back to the bottom, but right now these guys are running down there as well. All right, you can see I'm making up ground through the corner, only to lose it on the straightaway. So Bell right now would be your champion, and I'm trying to figure out a way to take that away from him. And I don't have very many laps to figure that out. Five more laps. And if he stays on this bottom, I've got no shot. I am trying to draft him as best I can to make up at least some of the deficit I have. Let's hold it down here. Oh, he is coming right down there on me. Blocking very nicely done by Christopher Bell here. The AI is right on target. That's exactly what he needs to do. Oh, I can get to him, but I can't quite get under him. You can see he is blocking me quite nicely and keeping me from being able to get any type of a run on him through the corner. All right, there we go. We've got to run through the corner Can I clear him? Oh, no. Actually, he outran me over. Oh, so close right there. Okay, let's try it again. And there he comes again. All right, 2 laps to go. There are some lap cars up here. Will they come into play? All right, I need to clear him. All right, now I just got to block him. I got to try to block him as best I can. Holy cow, I don't know if I can do that because he is fast. All right, run the bottom through the corner. Remember, we're not even in the lead right now. Matt Crafton is in the lead. Trying to make a point, I think, about how he should have been in these playoffs, but all right, on the bottom, through the corners, then unwind the wheel as much as possible. Last lap, we got 2 more corners. 2 more corners to get this thing done. All right, Crafton can have the race win because I will be taking home the championship. Wow. Wow. All right, that was some hard driving. Extremely hard driving. That was literally everything I had within the rules that we have set up. That was everything. I'm not sure how we eventually got by and were able to maintain that lead, but I will take it. Because that took quite a bit of work to get in front of them and then try to hold that lead. Wow. So, all right, we'll let the results come back around because I'm interested to see where our competitors finished. Wish I could actually stop these things right here. Christopher Bell ended up 5th, so they were having a dogfight back there behind us for those other spots. That's why he wasn't right on us for the last lap or so once we got by him. Yeah, you can see there's about 4 guys there within about a second or so. All right, so let's take a look one more time as it comes back around. John Hunter Nemechek 6th, Christopher Bell 5th. Very nicely done. Those were our closest competitors. We saw Briscoe as he went by. He was well down in the order outside the top 10. So a hard-fought victory, but that's how I would want it to be. That race was hard-fought, and if we didn't come away with it, then I would have been fine with that too, because that would have meant that our science experiment is definitely working. It's making us work extremely hard for everything we get. And in this race, I almost forget that we didn't come home with the victory because we had to race our tails off for everything we got in that race. So we come home second in the race, that is. But most importantly, we come home with the championship by 3 points over Christopher Bell. Just want to let that sink in just a little bit there because that was extremely hard fought, and we're going to enjoy this. The Truck Series champion. Love the sound of that. Absolutely love the sound of that. So we finished the event second. Most laps led by John Hunter Nemechek. 8 laps he led, the first 8. But then after that, he just couldn't hang with us for whatever reason at the end. Coming home just outside the top 5. Wow, what a race. What an event. What a championship. All right, I hope you guys were ready for that. Absolutely. Now, and of course, the first thing we're met with when we get back to the main screen is, I'm sorry, you did not complete all the incentive contract goals. Okay, not that we care, because we absolutely do not care. All right, now let's get our message from Brad K.
Camping World Truck Series champion. Wow, great job. We all thought you'd be here someday. Now let's see what you can do on the next level.
All right, so we unlock a couple of achievements, big first step, and hauling. So now that the season is over, it's time to take a look at your contracts and sign with the team for next year. Of course, we won't actually sign anything until our next video, but let's go ahead and take a quick look at what contracts are available. Now, on this main screen, you see that we have 8 Xfinity teams that are interested in signing us, as well as 22 teams in the Camping World Truck Series. So let's start out by taking a quick look at the Xfinity teams that are available. So we've got 3-star team in the 97 car. Love the paint scheme on that car. And of course, all of these will have the option for a custom vehicle with the team. Then we've got the 98 car, also a 3-star team. Then we've got the option for yet another. So we got 3-star teams to look at. Brandon Built Motorsports, remember racing for them. And then we get our first 4-star team, JGL Racing, in the 28 car. Love the look of that car, quite frankly. Then we've got the 24 car as well, and then a custom car. And then we have TriStar Motorsports, another 4-star team, but only one car in their stable right now. We'll move on to our first 5-star team, which is the number 11 car. Then we move on to Team Penske. And of course, who wouldn't want to drive for one of the big dogs in the motorsport world? And Team Penske definitely qualifies as that. Of course, Team Penske's got a couple of cars, the number 12 and then the number 22. Then we move on to Junior Motorsports. And as I said, who wouldn't want to drive for one of the big dogs or the titans in the sports world? And of course, in NASCAR, it's hard to get much bigger than driving for Junior. And of course, they are a 5-star team. Now, they got a few cars to choose from: the number 1, 7, 88, and number 9. Or, of course, we can replace one of those 4 with our custom car. Now, we have some interesting options. Now, I can tell you, if we were just going on what I want to do, I want to sign with Junior Motorsports. That's what I want to do. But I've got some thinking to do before we get around to starting the next season in the Xfinity cars. We definitely want to move up to Xfinity, but I got to decide, okay, this science experiment, how are we going to move forward with this? We can keep it the same. I think things are going pretty good overall, or do I want to try to make some changes? That's what I'm going to have to do, some things off camera to see and make a decision ultimately on where we go with this. Whatever we do, I do not want to dominate. I don't want to win every race. I don't want any of that kind of stuff. That's not on the table for me. So I really want to try to make some sort of improvement to the science experiment that we're doing right now to make things even more competitive if possible. So I've got some thinking to do, maybe some testing to do as well, using the single player modes and the quick races for that, and just try to see what options are available before I make a decision moving forward. So that'll do it for now. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more of our playthrough of the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 2.